What's up, guys? Back here with another update on this Waterbox 6025 5 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot mixed reef. Been having some issues with the tank. Sorry if my voice is kind of cracking. I just got done cussing out the Warriors game, which they actually ended up winning somehow. Very surprised. Usually they throw games, but I'm not going to get too far into that. We'll focus on the tank for now. But starting with the acros up here, that's been the main issue. These acros have not been coloring up. They've been growing. You can see the polyp extension. You can see the growth where they've been encrusting. But they just simply don't have the colors that I've been looking for. You can see the encrusting on that tenuous as well. That's an orange passion right there. What else? That millie back there, it's been encrusting like crazy. If it focuses, it's not going to focus. It's all good. Even this blue acro right here, been encrusting. I mean, everything's been growing. It's just the color has been the issue. Fish have all been doing well. I'm not going to go through the fish again because they're the same fish from the last video. But I will be adding some more fish soon. So hopefully we can make a video on the new additions next time. I say that every time, but I just don't have the money to go out and buy them right now. Or every time I do have the money to go buy them, the fish aren't eating or they just don't look good and I just never end up actually pulling the trigger, which I'm actually happy about because the last thing I need is to, introduce a new freaking disease. Last thing I need is like velvet or something to come wipe this tank out or bring in flukes or something, So it is what it is. We already know ick is in the system because my blue hippo constantly has spots on it, always eating, always a fat ass. Just always has a few spots on it, which is not the biggest problem in the world, but is what it is. I did send in an ICP test because of the coral color. There was literally no coral color on these. Half of them are coloring back up. And you can see this guy right here. I forgot which one this is, but he's starting to get that green back. He'll turn into like a reddish orange soon. But that's usually the first stage. They usually go from like brown to green to whatever color they're meant to be. But yeah. Well, where was I getting at? Oh, yeah. Okay, the major issue that happened was that my RODI machine, which is currently sitting right here, was freaking half empty in resin balls. So I was thinking, how the hell can my RODI just be losing resin balls? So I look into my ATO, and I'm watching the product line of my RODI just spitting out resin balls. This RODI like container, what is it called? Auto top off container had like a freaking just layer of resin balls. I did a water change the day before, so all those resin balls are also floating around in the tank. So obviously I started freaking out. I'm like, these acros are probably just gonna implode on themselves because they're acros. But they've been doing fine since. So I'm not sure. The resin balls were like 6 months old, so I don't think they're going to strip anything from the water. I just hope they don't leach anything. But as of right now, they're doing fine. Sent in an ICP test. The only things that came back low were iron, potassium, and my calcium magnesium was slightly low. So I increased the dosing on the calcium and magnesium 2-part by like 3, 4, 5 mils. Alkalinity has been pretty stable around 8. So hopefully that, I'll check it again in 2-3 days, see if it went up or down, and then readjust the dosing then. But I mean, acros, everything's been doing fine. The only thing that ended up happening was I had a cyano outbreak, which I dosed ChemiClean for. ChemiClean took care of it. It's coming back now, and it just made my skimmer go absolutely nuts, which I'll show you guys. Here's the sump. Got the filter socks. Got the refugium, which has been actually growing pretty well finally. Here is the RODI cup. You can just see it's filling up with water, so I'm going to have to open up this like drainage line again. I just closed it to see if it would still fill up with water, which it is. Got the UV still on here. And return. Very simple, very repeatable sump. The dosing lines go right into the return chamber. Same thing with the ATO. They go into the return chamber. The only things I've been dosing recently are the Acropower, the Neo Nitro, the Coral Color, Tropic Marine, A&K, and Reef ROIDs. Reef ROIDs are, twice a week, and same thing with the Coral Color. I just started doing those. See if those help with the corals coloration. So I'll let you guys know more if they are pretty effective or not later. As of right now, it's hard to tell because it's only been like a week. But yeah, skimmer is still going nuts, so I'll have to fix that. The Apex is over here. Apex is right here. Got the Triden set up with it. Finally got it calibrated yesterday. You don't need an Apex. You don't need a Triden. I just got one like a few weeks ago, and I literally calibrated it yesterday. So, I mean, you can do all this without any of this equipment. That's how I had my last tank, and just decided to add some, monitoring systems just to make sure nothing goes haywire. But yeah, you definitely don't need that. So let me close this up. So over the next few days, I'll probably just try to continue to monitor and make sure all the acros are still fuzzy. They look good. For some reason, tenuous do very well in my tank. Other acros, not so much. The flow on here is just 2 gyres, and the lighting is 2 Radion XR30 Gen 5 blues, and then 1 XR15 Gen 5 blue. The wrasse has also finally stopped fighting, so again, I'll probably be adding some more fish soon. I did make this little DIY fish acclimation thing, which I haven't tested yet. So once I add some fish in there, I'll probably make a video on that as well. Hoping to get maybe a copper band. Thinking maybe another tang or two, either a chocolate or powder blue, something. Just get some more bio load in here. I was also thinking about potentially switching out my clowns for Mocha Vinci's, because those are the ones that I originally wanted. They didn't have them for like months. I don't know why. So I ended up just buying these, and now kind of regretting it. They are pretty cool, but once you want a fish, you can't freaking stop wanting the fish. So gonna probably end up getting those as well. But yeah, if you guys have any, suggestions on what could be wrong with this tank, let me know in the comments down below. I did, again, nothing crazy on the ICP test. No hard metals, no nothing, just slightly low magnesium and calcium, and then slightly low potassium and iron, which again, been doing some water changes since then. About 40 gallons every week and a half, 2 weeks. So hopefully those are all replenished. And they should be. All these tanks are so sick. This is the first time, actually I'm not going to say it so I don't jinx it. But let's just say the UV sterilizer is working so far. So hopefully it continues to work. The torches are already responding, especially this guy right here. These guys are pissed because this freaking goby decided to make a mountain on this rock structure for no reason. Where is he at? He's back there. You can see him sifting sand. And he kind of just sprayed sand on them, so now they're pissed the hell off. Frickin' goby. But yeah, again, any suggestions, let me know. Any questions, let me know. And then yeah, if you guys ever want me to cover anything on this tank, I will. I'll probably be doing an update in the next few weeks again. Just show, again, the coral growth. And yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Let me know. Again, I've said this like 5 times. I usually respond to every single one. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And see you guys in the next one.